Alright, I'm trying to restart that song. At this moment, I don't have anything to clip my mic to. We should be live. I don't know how good the connection is going to be, but I do see that we have stream elements running. I see someone. I do see someone, so that's a good sign. That means we're live at least. Go ahead and put up the clock. What's up, Strikers? What's up, T-Worlds? Nice to see you guys. Let me know if everything's working all right. Hey, what's up, Floofin? Nice to see you. I'm outside. I have the clock up. It's 7 a.m. right now. I haven't really slept, but I did have like a small nap before. Like I had a small nap and I woke up at like midnight, and so I've just kind of been awake since. And I've had to make Bachi for the longest time now, and so that's kind of why I'm here. I really need to like push myself to make these. What's up, Meow Just here? What's up, Xiao? Nice to see you guys. So I have my stuff outside, but I still have to go back inside and grab my wood because I have my materials. My main tool is a block plane and sandpaper. I also have down here. It's a little old, but most of it is down here. But I have to go inside actually to get the wood. So I'll take, not my phone, but I'll take my microphone with me. And I have a selection of woods here, but I'm gonna pick one. A maple dowel. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I am back with a maple dowel. This is what I work with most of the time, so what we're gonna do today is essentially just I want to show you how I make these things, how I make sticks, bachi drumsticks, whatever you want to call them. This is what I start with, just a really long stick. This one specifically is maple. It probably won't show very well. It's upside down. I use maple. I do want to try other woods, but for the time being, maple is what I am working with most of the time. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with that. Let's put that away. Dang it, I'm actually missing something. Wait, no. I need my measuring tape. So I'll go ahead and switch sides real quick. Hopefully the connection doesn't get lost, but to see that wood that I use making bachi is incredibly difficult and it's a pain in the ass. But I do it because I like doing it, I guess. I'm gonna hope that I have a pencil. I don't think I do have a pencil. I don't know if I have a pencil down here, so what I'll do, because I don't feel like going inside, I'll just grab this and make a little mark on the wood. We may have just lost connection, did we? Let's see. If I move you guys over here, is that working? That should be a little bit better. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to get a good connection since I'm completely outside, but I moved the phone just a little bit and hopefully that should work just a tiny bit more. But as I was saying, making bachi is incredibly hard and I don't have a pencil and I don't feel like going back inside, so I'm just gonna scratch the wood and mark at 18, I believe 16 inches. I think I cut them down to 16 inches. So I'll just grab this long stick that I have, find 16 inches, and make a little mark. I don't think I want to use this side. I'll flip it. See? And good enough. I'm gonna move the phone just a little bit more. Hopefully that helps with some connection issues. Hopefully the mic is loud enough too. I don't know how that is. I'm not very close to it, but that's incredibly loud. There that goes. Let me double check to see if this is actually 16 inches or I'm just crazy. Yeah, there's some mosquitoes trying to bite me right now. I just don't pay attention to them. Again, I don't have a pencil here, so I'm kind of just freeballing this with my eyes. All right, that was good. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. We can put this away. And the main tool for today is just this, a wood plane. What wood am I using? I'm using maple wood today. It's what I'm mostly using. But I do want to try testing out like cherry, and I think I bought another type of wood recently, but I just haven't had the chance to make them yet, and so that's why I'm here. Actually, I was literally just telling you guys how bad the mosquitoes are out here. I should probably spray my face, I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't do this at home. Fuck! I regret that, but it's what I have to do to work in this backyard because there are so many mosquitoes here. Let me move you guys real quick. Hopefully the connection is still good. Let me know how that is going. I do have the chat in front of me, barely, but it is there. Let me see. My tool should be sharp enough, but I'm not exactly sure because it's been so long. So right here, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the actual stick itself. I'm looking at the stick itself and looking at the wood grain, because just by looking at the grain of the wood, you can very much tell if it will go well or not. So I'm choosing to carve this. I'm gonna choose to carve this part of the stick that I have because it looks the straightest. The grain on the wood right here looks very straight compared to down here. So that's where I'm gonna carve. I'm gonna do the same with this stick. I'm gonna look at the grain and be like, oh, what looks the straightest? Honestly, this is hard to decide. This is where maple is very difficult. Maple is very difficult to work with because you want to make sure that the grain is straight when you're carving into it. This probably looks like it'll work for me, so I'll choose this. And I'm just gonna start carving that little chunk right there. I'm gonna start like about like an inch from the tip, and that is enough to start giving me a shape on the bachi. Now just very quickly, like, I'm spinning the stick at the same time as I carve, so it just looks really chaotic. Kinda just looks like I'm grating cheese or something. And I'll do this until it looks like I have a pretty good, like, not rounded. I'm not looking for a rounded look. I'm looking for more of just some taper. Like just those couple of seconds you're seeing that. Just those couple of seconds you're seeing like some chunks got taken away and it's starting to round off. It's not very pretty. And it's not going to look pretty at the start. It never looks pretty at the start because that's where the roughest cuts are going to be made. Do I sell the bachi? Yes, I do. But at the moment, I do sell the bachi, but at the moment I don't have anything on my shop. The bachi that I'd be selling are these that I'm making quite literally right now. Alright. So again, I'm still like around that 1 inch range of the tip of the stick. I'm still on that 1 inch range of the tip of the stick, and I'm just kind of going around and bringing the like starting to give it the beginning of the taper. And this part is pretty important. The very first the first few passes of the bachi that you do are going to be the most important, since it'll dictate the shape that you end up with at the end. So a couple more seconds and we're starting to see that more wood is being taken away. We're starting to get a more steeper angle. And I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll go ahead and grab the other stick and try to replicate that same shape. I'm gonna try to replicate that same shape on the other stick. It's so barely noticeable, but it's there. And that's the hard thing about bachi making. A lot of it is just such small detailing that you have to make sure you're paying attention to. Ah, mosquito, get away. Oh, it's really hot. My goodness. I'm already sweating like crazy. It's been super humid for the past week. It's been really hot. Literally the other day was the hottest day on earth, apparently. It's been crazy. Everything is going to shit. the world is ending. I'm just kidding. But it's been super hot and it's hard to deal with. Since my room does not have an AC, it's been pretty rough sitting in my room. And I'm hoping that with enough Bachi sales, I can buy an AC for my room. That's honestly one of my first goals right now, is buy an AC for the room, and hopefully selling Bachi can help with that. So I grabbed the other stick right there because I was just comparing how they look. They're looking pretty good so far. Just got to do a little bit more and they'll look equal. Oh, Ugyu's in here. Ah, so much wood. Let me see what you said. Ugyu says, I would get some too, but EU, you know, shipping goes. You know how shipping goes. Yeah, shipping's very expensive. I know that I can get cheaper shipping. Ooh, I'm sweating. I can get cheaper shipping if I, one, get a printer, so I can print out my own labels, and two, use some different services. Like I know Pirate Ship gives really cheap rates. Etsy might have some good rates, but I know that Pirate Ship is good for shipping internationally. I haven't used it yet, but I'm hoping to use it in the future so that I can ship internationally and make it like easy for everyone to get. But that first step is I just need a printer. I don't have a printer at the moment, and so it makes it very hard for me to, you know, get those forms signed and get the papers that I need on the box, things like that. It's just a little bit of a hassle, and I need a printer first. Someday, we'll get there. So I'm looking at the sticks, and at the 1 inch range, this is basically half an inch. I'm not gonna lie, this is half an inch that I've carved so far. This looks pretty good so far, so I'm now gonna go a little bit lower, about like 1.5 inches. Like I'm gonna start carving right here, go up, you know? So we're just slowly giving it a taper, slowly cutting away this wood. And one thing that I want to emphasize, and something that not a lot of people will understand, is that the wood I'm working with is not the same wood that the Japanese players use. Japanese players use woods like hinoki and cedar. Hinoki is a cedar, but they have different cedars that they like to use, and cedars are lighter. They're much easier to cut into. I'm using maple, and maple is an incredibly dense and hard wood. And its properties are so much different. So, if you've ever seen like a clip of a Japanese player breaking their bachi, it's more than likely they were using a pair of cedar bachi, because those tend to like those cedar bachi that Japanese players use, they love to explode. Maple does not explode, on the other hand. So this, although it's incredibly difficult for me to work with, it's a lot safer and would last you a lot longer. But because of how difficult it is, and it's also an expensive wood, there's not a lot of people that make maple bachi. It's mainly just me, and that's just due to the fact that I don't have access to Japanese woods. So it's both a blessing and a curse. You know, I want to be able to carve cedars, I want to be able to carve hinoki, but I quite literally can't. I only have access to cedar. Only have access to maple woods, and you know, it comes out with an incredible result, but I have to put in twice the effort to get a product. Ooh. Floofin says, does the type of wood actually affect the bachi? Yes, absolutely. So I think, Floofin, we were talking the other day about getting you a pair of Tatakon Bachi. And if I were to give you a pair of Tatakon Bachi, I would not be giving you this. I would not be giving you maple wood. Instead, I would be giving you what's called poplar wood. And it's a lot lighter. And it would make it safer for your plastic drum to survive. The woods are so important, and a lot of my time in making Bachi was spent simply just researching how woods work. there's a website called the Wood Database, and it's silly to be like, hey, I'm looking at the wood website, but that's genuinely how I had to learn, like, what's the best? How can I, like, is maple good? Is this good? Is that good? And how to compare it with numbers, like how to compare, like, the wood stats. Domi Dave, says I didn't know you make Bachi. Yeah, like someone said, I do have the link in my description, but I don't have anything in the shop. What I would be putting up in the shop is not even this. This is for a custom order, so as much as I'd be like, hey, you can buy these Bachi that I'm making right now, unfortunately you can't. These are actually already for someone else. And so the Bachi that would hopefully be on the link below, those would have to come out in the future. I'm not a machine. I can't make 100 pair of these overnight. That'd be impossible for me. I would love to, but I just quite literally can't. It's super hard to make these, so I'd love to continue making them, but the maximum that I can make per day is probably 2 pairs. And that's just because of how hard they are on my hands. It's a really difficult, like, craft. Like, it's just hard on your hands, and so I tend to stop at 2 pairs of Bachis. For this stream, I'll only be making 1 pair, and off camera, I'll just continue my work. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes now, and you guys have seen me carve pretty heavily on that it has less wood at the tip here, but it's those small details that make these so hard to make. You really have to pay attention to that angle that you carve in. Now I'm just gonna keep going for another hour. I see that Strikes Jr. is talking about Taiko on Xbox, and I'm almost surprised to hear like the name, like Taiko Xbox again, because it's been so long since it's been like in the eyes of the fans. Like, I don't even know if Taiko Xbox is still getting DLC. The last time I remember hearing about Taiko Xbox was the announcement of it getting taken off the Game Pass, which is really unfortunate since that's how I was playing it. I was using Game Pass. But once it got taken off of Game Pass, I also canceled my Game Pass subscription. Alright, I'm noticing that I'm getting a pretty decent shape. I'm pretty happy with this. Because it's been so long that I've made a pair of Bachi though, I'm just gonna like double check, make sure if I'm happy with the direction of this. Seems like I'm gonna want to spend a lot of time on this section that I'm on. The section that I'm on, I want to spend a lot of time on. This is like the most important part right here. I'm just gonna keep going on it. And when I decide to stop is purely just feeling. When I decide to stop carving a certain section, that's just like the years of experience that I've had from making these and being like, okay, that's enough. Like, that will work. And I just kind of like move on. One of these days I'll definitely go in depth and show my entire thought process on how it is that I make these. Because, oh lord, is it complicated. It can get complicated, but I would hope to someday simplify that for those that want to make these themselves. I'm liking that. Ooh, gotta take a break for my hands though. That is tiring. Let me crack my knuckles. Ooh, that was good. Alright, I think I'm happy with the stage that it's at. I think I'm happy that it's at the stage that it's at, and so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other stick and carve that one to make it equal. Whew. It's starting to hit me that I've forgotten how long it is that this takes. So whenever I make Bachi, what I usually do is I grab my phone, grab a pair of headphones, and I just blast music. And I blast music for a solid 2 hours because that's how long it takes for me to make a pair. It's usually around 2 hours that it takes. And I'll just listen to whatever the hell that Spotify decides to play for me. Usually I'll put on like something like Porter Robinson, but Spotify also loves to put on like city pop and like future bass, like future pop, stuff like that. And so I just kind of let Spotify do its thing. And I sit outside for multiple hours on end making one stick. It's really silly. I think the last time that I made a pair was, I have to say, like, probably 4 to 5 months ago. It's been that long. How's the stream been for you guys? How's it been audio-wise especially? Because everything that I'm doing right now is completely new. This mic This wireless mic that I have on me is completely new. This app that I'm using on my phone is completely new. The music that I have playing, courtesy of Meowgister, like, getting the zip for me. This music that I have playing is also completely new, and I can't do much other than assume that my audio levels are okay. So let me know how it is for you guys, and I'll see what I can do. Can't complain about anything? Alright, that's perfect. If you can't complain about anything, that means that everything is running smooth. I'm glad. I would love to do this more. Like, stream what it looks like for me to make these sticks. But I won't lie, it is a process to set this up. So we'll have to see what it is that I end up doing, and how often I end up streaming the process. Okay, I'm gonna give my left hand a rest here. And if you've ever seen any Bachi making video, 100% it's going to be a Japanese video, because literally no one else is really doing this. You see that the tool that they use is wood. Mine is not. Mine is metal, and that's just because the tools that they use are just, you know, they're Japanese tools. It's called a block plane. What I'm using right here is a wooden block plane, or a wood block plane. It carves wood for it to be straight. In the sense of, or in the context of making Bachi, we are not making it straight. Instead, we're giving it a nice taper on the, giving it a taper on the tip of the stick. And you do that simply just by, like, almost doing a curve motion. We're gonna start cutting here, and then once we get closer to the tip, I will almost pull up a little bit. I'm just exaggerating the motion, but once I get closer to the edge of the stick, I tend to pull up. You don't want to do that every time. Sometimes you genuinely do want to just cut straight, but when I feel that I need more curvature, I will pull up, and that'll give it a deeper cut at the edge of the stick. Domi Dave says they wouldn't mind watching a 2-hour stream. Yeah, only if my phone could last that long. Who knows? And Floofin, I think you can stream with your PlayStation 4. I'm pretty sure that you can. At least. I don't think I've tried it, but you should be able to use your PlayStation 4 if you do have one. Oops. I'm gonna grab the other stick and just kind of start to compare a little bit. Yeah, I got a while to go. Let me show this to you. It's a very minuscule difference, but this one, you can see that the circle is bigger. So I'm just gonna keep going, try to make sure I'm giving it the same shape, and make sure that the circle here at the end tries to be as close as possible to this one. A lot of my work is just replicating the same motions onto the other stick. Oh, perfect. I can actually show this to you guys. So let's take a look at this. It's hard to see on the camera, but this is not a perfect circle. It's more of like an oval. And so that means I have a high spot. That means that wherever it is that the peak is, like, let me see. Let me take off my glove real quick. Right here, it's a little bit taller. Like here and here. I would consider that a high spot. So what I'm gonna try to look to do is carve more on this side and take away that oval. Oh, I have wood chips. I have wood chips in my glove. Wait. Ew. That feels gross. I put on my glove and it's like, crunchy. Nasty. I don't think I've ever had that happen. No, it's still in there, wait. No. There you go. I had to get a single chip of wood out of my glove. Okay. And clear up the tool. Because what'll end up happening is you'll get so many wood carvings in the inside of the tool that it just kind of like gets in the way. So you'll see me occasionally flip over my tool and just kind of like let all the wood chips fall out. Hey Gabby, nice to see you. It is a little difficult to read chat, but I try to catch as much as I can. Because I don't have anything like a second screen. I'm outside. All I have is my phone. So what you're seeing on stream, like the clock, the chat, and all of that, that's the same exact thing that I'm seeing. So I'm reading chat through the very small box on the top left corner, and it's very difficult to see through my phone. Alright, seems like I've gotten pretty close with the two sticks now. And so what I'll do is like, I'll just kind of like inspect it, spin it around, see if I'm happy with the evenness of the two of them. And it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, so I think I'm gonna move on. I'm actually gonna grab this stick and take it down just a little bit more. Nothing too crazy, just a couple of passes, and I'm happy with that. Gonna look at it again, just kind of like spin it around. And I think I'm gonna start carving down here. I'm gonna start carving down here now. So this is gonna be a much longer cut, and this is going to give it a very subtle taper throughout the whole top front of the stick. Whoop. You can see how full that the tool can get. Let me see if I can get like a good curl to show you guys. I gotta take off my gloves for this one though. It's pretty fun to play with. It's kind of just like it's kind of like wood spaghetti. Yeah, Alright, back to work. Oh, that's the wrong glove. No wonder it was so hard to put it on. Well, what am I using? This is maple wood. It's a hardwood, literally and scientifically. So there's two main types of wood. There are softwoods and hardwoods. If I remember correctly, softwoods are considered soft because they grow much faster and typically they don't drop their leaves. So trees like pine are softwoods, and softwoods don't necessarily have to be soft, but usually they will be because they grow faster. They have less density. They just love to grow, and so they're not as tight. Maple is a hardwood, so they grow much slower. They become denser and stronger, and they're a hardwood because of the way they grow, and I think their leaves also drop, you know. Most of us are familiar with maple trees, the same trees that maple syrup comes from. This is what I make Bachi out of, the same trees that maple syrup comes out of. But just so that you're aware, it doesn't smell like maple syrup. It just smells like nothing. I'm sorry to disappoint. Maple wood does not smell like maple syrup. Alright. Gonna give this a little bit more attention. Ah, my earbud is falling out. There we go. My earbud was falling out. Alright, this is gonna get a little bit technical, and this would be a really good lesson to anyone that is interested in what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep going on this stick a little bit more and then start explaining a technique that I'm gonna begin in a couple of seconds here. Right now I'm just getting rid of a high spot. Don't want to spend too much time trying to fix it though, because even if there's a high spot, sometimes it's better not to fix it. Alright. Alright. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. So let me explain what I'm about to do right now. The stick looks pretty good, but I want to take away more wood from this section where my finger is. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tool, and instead of carving in and then pulling up like I have been, I'm just going to carve in and straight back. By doing this, I'm taking out wood from this section, but not from up here. So it's really good for controlling the shape that I want. Okay, gonna give it a bit more time. Just gonna keep doing that. Gebby says, do you weigh each bachi? Hold on. Let me take away... let me fix something real quick. Gebby says, do you weigh each bachi? Yes, I do. And we'll do that later. I won't be weighing them just yet, but definitely I should have to grab my scale soon. Dummy Dave says, I feel like you have to... Pretty sure... Yeah. Got it. Floofin says, where do you get these types of woods? There's a website called Woodcraft. Just woodcraft.com. That's where I get my wood. I'm not going to try to keep that info secret. Like, I want people to be able to make these themselves. That's where I buy maple wood. If I'm buying poplar wood, which is what I use for tatakon, I buy that at Home Depot or like Lowe's. But Gebby, thank you for reminding me about having to weigh my bachi, because I forgot that inside, so I'll have to grab that soon. Alright. It used to be a really funny joke with me, back when I was learning how to make bachi. I would always joke about how Japanese YouTubers love to grab their bachi and just absolutely hit the heck out of anything that's in front of them. But I'm gonna be real with you, that's a really bad way to test your bachi. Like, really, really bad. You're denting the wood, and it's also just not a good way to show how bouncy it really is. You want to hit it against something a little softer. You want to hit it against an actual drum, not the damn table in front of you. It's really silly, and a lot of YouTubers love to just grab their bachi and hit a table with it. Don't recommend it. Hitting them on a pillow? Yeah, of course. A pillow is like a cloud. There's no way that you would damage them hitting them a pillow. The main concern about hitting it against a table is damaging the wood. It's not worth it. Like, it's not worth trying to damage your bachi. So I would say just, you know, don't do this. Don't do what Japanese YouTubers love to do. Hit it against a book or something. Don't hit it against the table. How do I create the custom grips? I will not be gripping. I won't be gripping. I won't be doing grips on camera today, but that is a totally different topic that requires its own, like, like, it requires a whole hour for me to show how it is that I do it. Yeah, I won't be doing that today. Main focus for this stream is just carving them, sanding them, and I don't think I'll be lacquering them. I think I'll be doing that off camera, but yeah. I'm mainly interested in showing how grueling the process can be for just cutting these things down. One day, I hope to get a machine that I can use to just make these a lot faster. That's the dream. Get a machine so I can make bachi a lot faster. I don't have $500 though, so that'll have to wait. Earlier I was talking about how I'm going to cut and then pull straight back. Now I'm starting to see that I want to give it just more curvature, so I'm gonna carve and pull back, but up as well. That's gonna give me more. More of that curve that I want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's always a balance between, do you want to carve back and straight, or do you want to carve back and up? You know, it's just trying to balance those two techniques to get the shape that you want. I'm gonna keep going a little bit more because I'm starting to like how these are coming out. And I might as well stop right there, actually. I'm gonna grab the other stick. And work on that one, since that one also needs some love. Since if you look at that, like, we got some work to do. Oh, my chair. I thought I was gonna fall back. Alright, here we go. Our goal is just to make this look the same as the other stick. We just need to make the sticks look the same, and I will be happy. Bluefin says, have I ever messed up a pair before? Oh, absolutely. And I hate messing them up. It's so devastating to mess up because a lot of the time, it's not your own fault, believe it or not. The reason that it'll mess up, and this is exclusive to Maplewood, which I'm using right now. Maplewood has what we call a tendency to tear out. So let me grab this stick that I just happen to have here. This is not the Bachi's. This is just another stick that I just happen to have because I love sticks, I guess. I love wood. If I cut into this, I got a pretty nice carve, you know? I got like a shed, like, not a shed. I got a chip of like wood from like a carving mat. And that was nice. That was easy. Came out nice. But maple wood also has the ability to tear out, like I said. And tearing out means it literally will stop and rip. And so instead of carving, it'll just rip. And that is so devastating because you can't control it. It just happens because wood is a natural material. And if it rips out, oh well. Cry about it, make another one. It's sad. It's something that you just kind of have to deal with when you work with maple wood. And yeah, it sucks because it's hard to recover from having a piece of wood tear out. You can fix it, but it is so time consuming that it usually does not end up working out in your favor. So yes, I do mess up sometimes, but it'll usually not be my own fault, but rather the fault of wood just being a natural material and tearing out. I started making these like 6 years ago, so I've had a lot of time to sit here cutting away at wood because that's normal. I think that the journey that I took with making Bachi was also the same time that I was starting to play the game, which is interesting. For most people, they'll play the game first and then try making Bachi, but for me, they happen both at the same time. I got into the game and I made my own drumsticks at the same time. And so, for as long as I've been playing this game, I've also been making drumsticks. Not consistently, but I've been making them long enough for me to at least know what the hell I'm doing. A lot of it I had to learn from the ground up, because, everything's in Japanese. You don't know what the hell that they're saying unless you know Japanese yourself, and I don't. So I just had to learn just by watching a lot of people and trying it myself. Now here we are. I sell them, but very only occasionally, just because of a lot of circumstances. Things get in the way, and it's also just hard. It's hard on the hands. Ew, there's a big fly on the wall next to me. Nasty. No, he's gone. Okay, good. Okay, I'm actually messing up on this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting too distracted and I'm messing up. Let me show this to you. You might be asking, Kevin, how the hell are you messing up? There's nothing too different. This one has more wood taken off here in this area, whereas the one down here is still way too thick. You might be able to see it through the camera, but it's certainly difficult to pick it up immediately, since I'm kind of got my neck craned down here, so I don't exactly see everything that you guys are seeing. Trying my best. Just gonna go ahead and fix that issue that I just brought up. Take down some more wood on this middle section of the stick. And just try to be patient with it. Thank you, Raji. And also, yeah, Gebby, we're doing pretty okay. We're doing pretty okay, Geb. Could be better, but definitely, things are looking up, at least. And I can say that. Ooh, that's a good carving though. Hold on, wait. I need to show this to you guys. I don't know, that one was pretty entertaining. I'm gonna do some comparing. Alright, seems like I've done a pretty good job fixing up the error that I had a couple minutes ago. It looks like the shape is starting to really equalize with the other one. Alright. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cut in, carve, and pull up, so I can get some more roundness towards the tip. And then we slow down there, double check my work. Okay, this is genuinely looking pretty good. Now, what I have left to do is I have to go inside and grab a scale real quick. Because what I do is I weigh each stick to make sure they're both the same weight. I used to do it by hand, and I was pretty good at it. But since I've gotten a scale, I'm just gonna go inside and go grab it. I'm gonna carefully put my tools down. Take off all these shavings that I have on me. Oh no, it's in my shoe. This is gonna be embarrassing. I have to go into my room, but I have dust all over me. Give me a second here. Oh, wish me luck. Where is it? I can't find it. I'm really struggling. Wait. Finally. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I had to go into my room, but I had to try to be quiet. Okay, now we have our scale. Let me move my tool. Also, hey, what's up, Racing? I see you. Welcome in. Working on some Bachi, and we've gotten pretty far. We're at the 1 hour mark, which is basically on par with how long this usually takes. Maybe a little bit slower since I have been talking, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put the stick on the scale. 74.8 grams. And let me grab the other one. 74.8 grams. I'm a god. I'm a Bachi god. This is what I'm talking about. This is what 6 years of experience does to you. You make them even just by default. Yeah, 74. 74. They literally weigh the same amount. I don't even need the scale. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side. And now I have to start setting up for carving. Or not carving, sanding. That's gonna be a little hard since I have you guys on the table right now, and the table is what I use to sand. So I'm gonna need to think this through. Give me a second here. I'm sweaty. Very sweaty. I hate it. I hate it. I'm just gonna fix the tripod here real quick. 1 second. Almost there. Hold on. A little slow. Okay, there we go. That should be good enough. I think that you guys should be safe right there. In the little corner of yours. Yeah, I got some pretty good internet right here in this corner, so that should be alright. I have my earbuds with me. I think I want to put them inside because I don't want them to get dusty, so give me a second real quick. Wait. Alright, there we go. I'm back. So, now that we have our Bachi carved out, I can go ahead and put away my tools and start grabbing sandpaper. All of my sandpaper is really old, so I am a little worried. I do need to get new sandpaper. I need to get new sandpaper from inside, but since it's way too early in the morning, I kind of don't want to do that right now. I'll just deal with what I have. My scale, my gloves. Let me put on my gloves. Oh, I see that there was a donation. Domi Dave, keep making content, my friend. Thank you so much. Hi Noel, good morning. It's good to see you. Sorry for waking you up. But yeah, I'm outside making bachi right now and I'm gonna start the sanding process. But yeah, Domi, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Let me see if I can get to work now. This is gonna be a little difficult. Maybe if I put my microphone on my mask, question mark. Hopefully this works. Can you still hear me? Okay, what about here? Maybe right there should be okay. Alright, because I'm so far away from my phone, I quite literally cannot see chat. I am sorry to everyone who wants to check out what I'm doing. So, here we go. Got my sandpapers right here. They're all beat up. Look at this one. Terrible. Looks like it belongs in the trash. That's because it does. I'm going to go ahead and start with 120 grit. 120 grit is what I start with. And 120 grit is essentially going to take away all the carving marks. It's going to take away... Let me sit on this side. 120 grit is going to take away all the carving marks and smoothen it out. Oh, thank you so much for becoming a member. I unfortunately didn't see the name, but I saw that someone became a member. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome into the club. I think that we have a Discord link, but it's broken at the moment, so I'll fix that for you soon. Let me see. It's not much, but it's what I had left in my account XD. Oh, definitely make sure to take care of yourself first. If you need to cancel the membership at any time, you're absolutely free to do so. But I really, really appreciate you giving me your time and support. It means a lot. But yeah, take care of yourself as well. If you have to cancel it, feel free. It's totally okay. Alright, just those couple of seconds with the 120 grit was more than enough for me to move on. But, I'm a mad lad and I keep going. Because what I do with my Bachi is I make them polished. I make them look like a brand new doubloon. And so I'm going to keep going with this 120 and keep smoothing it out. No, I haven't slept. Thank you for being proud of me, but hey, if this is healthy, is an argument to be made. Kind of feels like it's gonna rain, so I hope not. It's really humid today. Alright, I'm just checking it. I like how it has come out so far, but there's one major issue that I have to deal with. And that is I have a carve mark that is so deep that if I wanted to have it go away, I would have to keep sanding for probably another 4 minutes. So let me see if I can try to show it up on camera so that you guys see what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can pull it up. Oh yeah, that's not gonna show. But essentially, there is a carve mark that is a lot deeper than the rest of the smoothness. And so if I want to get rid of this singular ditch of a carve, I have to keep going for a lot longer. And I have to decide if that's worth fixing or not. What I'll do is I'll move on to the other stick and see how that comes out. For now, this one that I was just working on, it's okay. Let's move on to the other one and see how that one comes out. So 120 grit is what I start with, and it's the most aggressive grit out of everything that I use. So it's incredibly rough and takes away the most amount of wood material possible. So it's pretty fast to work with, but it also makes it very easy to mess up. If you sand for too long, easily your work is messed up. So although this is probably the easier part of the sanding, just because of how much wood it fixes, it can also very easily mess it up. So I just have to be conscious of that while I do this. Okay, I mean, it's looking kind of smooth, it's looking kind of nice. This stick certainly came out a lot better than the other one that we were working on a minute ago. It doesn't have any deep carve marks, and so this one's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the scale and check the weight on these, because as you sand, you are taking down the weight of the sticks, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and check the weight of them, make sure that I haven't taken away too much. Alright, 73 grams. 73 grams. Okay, perfect. I have taken away the same amount of material on both of the sticks, so I'm pretty comfortable with that. That's good. Now, one thing that I haven't tested is how bouncy these are, and that's just because I haven't made these in so long, so I'm kind of like all over the place. But since these are not finished, it's safe for me to hit them. Since these are not finished, it's safe for me to hit them against the table. Wouldn't recommend it if they're finished, though. Definitely don't hit them against the table. I'm only doing that because I know that I'm going to fix them. Okay. I guess I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on the 120 grit and try to see if I can get away more material, since I feel that they're a little too thick still. Whoops. Oops. This is something that I hate whenever it happens, but it's super common. I will literally poke a hole into the paper that I'm working with. It's especially when I get towards the higher grits, because I go 180, 220, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 2000 grit. I just keep going up and up. So the papers get thinner as well, and whenever I get to 2000 grit, it pokes holes all the time, and it makes me so sad because 2000 grit is also the most expensive sandpaper that I have to buy. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna move on to the other grit. But before I do that, I have to do the other stick. Such is the life of having to make Bachi. You spend all that work, all that time, making one stick perfect. Then you have to replicate it on the other one. Here we go. Whoops. The most grueling part of it is just having to do this motion for so long. If I had to choose between carving and sanding, I would carve all day. Sanding is so difficult on your arms. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at them, and they're looking pretty nice and even. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the scale, which I know you guys can't see very well on camera since you're below me. But I didn't bring my taller tripod, so you guys are gonna have to stay down there. Alright, 73.3 grams for one stick. 73.3 on the other stick. I'm a genius. I'm literally a genius. I don't need this shit. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and look into my wacky ass pile of broken up sandpaper and grab 200 grit if I can find it. There you go. We got 220 grit, so we just finished with 120. We're now gonna sand with 220. And the reason for doing this, the reason for having so many papers and like slowly bringing the number up higher and higher is because I'm essentially taking away the scratch marks from the previous paper. So, what? This 180 is incredibly rough, and it leaves scratch marks on the wood. So what I do is go up even higher to this 220 and make finer scratches on this wood. Then I keep going to, where's my 400? Here's my 400, and I make even finer scratches on the wood. Essentially, I'm just scratching it so much to the point where it looks like there's no scratches. It is tedious. Also, I just want to say how goofy this song is. Oh, my arm. My arm is so tired. Look at my gloves. They're just almost completely white from all the dust. I'm covered in dust. I breathe dust. I smell like dust. It is unavoidable. I need to take a break real quick because that is super hard on my hands. And my goodness. I'm gonna come over to you guys. What's going on? What's going on over here? Dorito dust? You don't want to eat this dust. It don't taste like Dorito. Oh, Catlink. Catlink has to go to work. Good luck. Bless your soul. Ugh. What percent is my phone at? 31%. Hopefully, it should be enough to last this. Ooh. Welcome back, Gabby. And give that dust. You don't want this dust. That's why I'm wearing a mask, and even this is not enough. What will happen is there's dust all over the air, and so the mask will blow the dust right into my eye. It's 6 a.m. for me. I want sleep. Poor Catlink. Have I eaten? No. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'll have breakfast when I'm done with this. Back to work. Back to the gulag. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this 220 grit right now. So what I'm usually going to look out for, is there's a powder that the stick will just let go of, and the paper will also let go of, like this powder. But once you see that the powder is kind of just like starting to minimize, that's when you know that you're basically done with the grit. I'll just keep going just a little bit more. And then we have to move on to the other one. Gonna unclog the paper. Sandpaper has a very good chance of clogging up as you work, and so you gotta shake it off from time to time. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I haven't done this in so long. I'm so tired. It's also just really hot. I will honestly blame it on the heat. I see that Noah's screaming, so let me come over. Do you want me to bring you water? No, it's way too dusty. I'll go inside soon. Don't worry. Like, genuinely, this process makes so much dust that the moment that you open the door, you will start sneezing. You don't want that. We don't want that. Alright, seems like the dust on this stick is starting to minimize, and so yeah, like I said earlier, that shows me that it's beginning to finalize with this grit. And I'm going to want to move up. I'm just gonna keep going a little bit more. I'm gonna start to look at the both of them, compare, contrast. They look pretty nice. They're not perfect. I will not lie to you, they're not perfect. I work a lot better in silence, and so my focus is significantly better when I'm not streaming, but this is good enough for me to move on to, where is it? 400, there we go. We just finished with 200, we're gonna go into 400, and this is gonna continue to make the sticks shinier. What I'm doing is just overachieving, because I could stop right here. I could stop right here and not even sand anymore, but I want these Bachi to be shiny, so we're gonna keep going, and to do that we gotta start with 400. What I love while sanding is once you start going to the higher grits, like, 400, 800, 1000, the process makes less dust and it also becomes quieter, which is a silly side effect. Because the paper is so fine, it makes less scratching sounds. Oh, there it is again, making a hole in my paper. Just all of my papers tend to have either holes, rips in them, or look like they just came out from like being mauled by a dinosaur. Whoops. Let me fix my mic real quick. I need to find a good system for this mic. So far I just have it on my shirt and it works okay. All right. No, cloud dust. I don't know if you see that. I'm getting cloud dusts. Or dust clouds. There you go. Just rest my hands for another second here. What's going on down here? What's going on? You guys enjoying the music? I'm so glad. Alright, so we're an hour 37 in. That's pretty much on par with how long this takes. They'll usually take 2 hours to finish just one pair. I'm hoping to improve that speed though, because genuinely this is a lot of work and a lot of focus is needed. So whenever I work in silence, like by myself, I'm gonna see how long it takes me to do these. Since I have people asking me for Bachi, so I gotta get on that and make more. Jamming hard right now while drawing your Maidon, Kev. Oh, that sounds really nice actually. Thank you. Let me know when you or whenever you want to share it. You know, you can share it. Put it in the server, put it on Twitter, wherever you want. At me, anything, and that way I can see it. Oh boy, I do not want to go back there. What did the Bachi taste like? Okay. The fact that I considered licking it is probably not a good sign of my sanity, but I won't lick it because this is not mine. I'm gonna be selling this to someone. I mean, what would it taste like? Let's say you go into a Home Depot and you lick the floor. This is probably what this tastes like. Alright, I'm gonna nab you guys real quick and see if I can reposition you to somewhere a little bit more favorable. Oh boy. The amount of dust on my phone right now is insane. I hate it. It's so gross. Let me see if I can show you my work table right now. Alright, let me move my gloves real quick and grab the scale just to show you guys. Ooh, get that out of the way. Got my scale right here. Not sure if you'll be able to even read it. Not really. Alright, how much does this weigh? 72.8? 72.8. Okay, so they're pretty good right now. I'm also very sorry for Wii U Taiko players, or not Wii U, Wii players. This is a very sad boss. So I'm feeling the sticks right now because I forgot which one I was working on. And so now I have to feel them to see which one is rougher. I think this one's smoother. This one's rougher. Okay, so I was working on this one. This one needs to be finished. Alright, let's do that. Let's fix that now. Ooh, what is the margin for error on the weight? Like, how much difference can they actually weigh and still be good? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm actually not too sure because the the margin of error that I have for myself personally is always 1 gram. But I have seen that the official Taiko Bachi have sometimes a margin of error of like 10 grams or 5 grams. So that's something that I would never allow, because that's something that you can feel. You can feel 5 grams. You can feel 10 grams. That's a big jump. So I would say if it's more than 5 grams, like if one stick is heavier by 5 grams, it's too much. But for everything that I make, they're always below 1 gram of error. I go above and beyond for them. I forgot what I was working on. Whatever. Okay, this is where it gets a little silly because I am no longer going to be working on the table, and instead, I'm just gonna hold it and do this for the next 30 minutes. And it looks a little suggestive, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, you know, look away. This is just how it has to be. This is just how it has to be. Don't look. Don't look. Oops. Microphone. I probably should not have been wearing a loose shirt for this stream. Trust me, this is normal, trust me. I fucking love this song, by the way, god damn. Alright, we've done a pretty good job of fixing the surface. Now I want to fix the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and just very carefully go around the tip of the stick and just round it off. Please, this is normal. This is just what the process looks like. It is totally normal for me to be playing with wood. Alright, let me show you what that looks like. That small difference makes so much of a, like, base. What the fuck am I saying? You see how this is more rounded? That's gonna protect your drum. Some people leave their sticks like this. Good luck. That would ruin your drum. That's not good. Get a new one, but it also has a hole in it. Oh, my goodness. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh. Alright, time to fix the tip. I'm just gonna slowly roll it and sand the very edge. Alright. Let's grab the other one. Alright, that can use a little bit more work. Almost there. This is normal. Trust me, trust me. You can't really see it. I think that's what makes it a little bit more awkward. You guys can't see what I'm actually holding. Okay, almost there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Not exactly happy with these pair, but we make do. So I'm making sure to spend extra time on this 400 grit, because once I go higher, the shape is not going to change very much. So 400 is going to be just enough to like smooth it, make it nice, but also take away a good amount of material. Because right after this 400, I'm going to move into 800, and 800 does take away material, but not enough for me to focus on it too much. Let me pull up. We're starting to see a nice round tip. Love to see it. Okay. Now I'm going to look for my 800. Oh my god, this is my 800. This is what my paper looks like. That's miserable. That is miserable. Do I have another one? No. Where is it? Okay, I have two, but both of them look terrible. I think I'll use the one that looks like it had a bite taken out of it. Oh yeah, this is the thing. Once you go up higher grits, you can feel that the paper really loves to just make less sound, and it gets warm. It's such a weird feeling that I can't explain. Because the friction is higher, it just gets warm in your hand, and it's... I've gotten it to the point where it'll get too hot where I have to stop. Okay, yeah, I'm liking how that's coming out. I'm gonna take a step back because my next technique here is a maneuver that does not look very safe for work. So I need you guys to get a full shot of this so that you understand that this is at least somewhat normal for what I'm doing. Yo, this song, I love this song, damn, shit, sorry. Yeah, that's shiny. That's shiny now. Even just with those couple of seconds, this is shiny. I'll come over in a second just to show you, but I'm gonna keep going for a little bit more. Ooh. Alright. This is gonna be super hard for me to show properly on camera because there's shade. There's no sun right now, which is good for me because it won't get too hot, but bad because I won't be able to show how shiny these actually are. But let me show you, or at least try to. And take my glove off. So the one right here is the one that I just finished working on. You can see that there's a little bit more polish on it than this one right here. Just so slightly. It looks a lot better in person. Okay, time to shine up the other one.
So you were sent here just for me. It was plain, I can see. You're my shining star, so far like the rush of the wind. The love you feel for me, it's not my chance, it's destiny.
Okay. We're almost getting there. We're almost at the final stretch. Oh, I just ripped my paper. We're almost at the we're almost at the final stretch of this thing. I'm not perfectly happy with these, but I think that the goal is just to finish for now. And the reason why I'm not happy with these is just because of the shape that I gave them during the carving process. I didn't carve them enough. So these are going to be pretty heavy for a normal person to drum with. And that'll be just the sacrifice that I'll take for now, because I mainly just want to finish rather than make them perfect. So we'll keep going. Alright, I'm liking that. Damn. I'm liking that. Let me grab the other stick and make sure that they're both shiny. God damn, I'm good at this. Oh my god. I'll keep doing this for a little bit more. And then once I'm done with this 800 grit, I'm gonna move on to 2000 grit. I thought that I had 1000. I don't. Bless, because that would mean I'd have to do an extra step. Is it playing the same songs again? I'm gonna skip this. Oh my goodness. From sanding so much and so hard, my hand is actually really hot right now. So that's why I had to stop for a second there. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab the 2000 grit. It's looking nice enough. We can definitely move on and finish this up. Here's what my 2000s look like. This one has a big hole in it. This one ripped up. This one is just really old. At least they still work to an extent. Ooh. Okay. Damn, this is hard. Damn. My hand feels like it's on fire. Literally, it's burning up. My God. Okay, almost there. The way that I know that I'm usually finished is just like the shine that I get. There's a certain kind of shine that you end up getting if you do it for long enough. So I'm just kind of looking out for how much light is reflecting off of it. And I can see that there's still room for improvement, so I'm going to keep going and get a little bit extra shine out of this. My goodness, I'm tired though. I stabbed my hand. This should sound like Splatoon music. Almost there. My goodness gracious, that thing is future. That thing is shinier than my future. My God. Let me see if I can show that. Do you see that? Do you see that light bouncing off of it? Ooh. Get out of here, mosquito. I'm not dealing with you right now. I'm busy looking at my own wood. Oh, I'm tired.
の商店街
Donchan, I love you. Oh my god. My biggest. Wait, I'm your biggest fan. I'm listening to the same music as you guys, so I'm just like, I got Donchan in my ear right now. Oh, my hand is burning. Oh my god. Okay. Sheesh! Damn, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm calling this a day. I'm done here. Oh, perfect. My phone is about to die. Okay. There's so much dust on you guys. I can't even see the screen. All right, my phone is on 5%. Well, I gotta rush. All right. Here's what they kind of look like. They're gonna be a lot better in pictures since hard for me to show it here, but here's where they're at right now. Let me see if I can flip it. Alright, let me see if I can show you guys a lot better this way. Here's the sticks that we finished today. You can see that they are shining. They are gleaming. My goodness gracious. That was 2 hours of work just to make a very, very simple, rounded stick. It really puts into perspective how much effort these things take to make a damn stick. Let's go and show the scale real quick. Hopefully you'll be able to read it. And it says hello to me every time I turn it on. So we got 73 grams for this stick. And let's grab the other one. And they are 72.5. So they're only 0.5 grams difference, which is more than enough. Whenever they're perfectly the same, it's a damn good day. Oh, seems like my scale is